Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Nudity, and you're watching my review for Max Payne 3 for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, soon to be released on the PC as well. This is also my very first review with, 720p gameplay in the background, something you guys have been bothering me and, annoying me with and begging for, and, for basically a couple of years now. But, yep, I love my fans, so I deliver. Max Payne 3 was well worth the wait. Rockstar did a phenomenal job at bringing back Max Payne, fixing it up, modernizing it, and it still feels like Max Payne. What's something a lot of gamers have been complaining about, older gamers from my generation or before, is that a lot of games are coming back from games from back in the day, and they're modernized and changed to the point where they don't even feel like what we played back then. Max Payne 3 feels like Max Payne, right? They added a couple new mechanics to freshen the game up a bit. They changed the way the story is played out, but it's still Max Payne. Like, I feel like I've been playing the original Max Payne games with modern graphics and shit. Max Payne 3 is an absolute treat to the fans and an absolute treat to newcomers. So, let's get this review on the road. The story of Max Payne, I love it. I love it because it fits Max. Like, it's, for those who are familiar with Max, he's a man who's lost it all. Not only is this guy disturbed, he's like, just a complete believable badass. A well put together character. Nothing is truly exaggerated about Max. He's like a real movie star. Granted, some of the shit he does is, off the walls, bananas. Yeah, I can take a bunch of bullets, I can slow down time and all that shit. He feels like, when you play this game, you feel like you're also watching a movie. Because the way he moves, everything he does, the situations he's in, is very believable. Right? So what happens is Max is basically now a man for hire. And that was my phone. Max is basically now a man for hire. And he gets himself involved in some fucked up shit. Right? When drug deals go wrong, Max gets himself involved because he feels some type of way that he has to, like, right the wrongs of other people. And it's crazy because he could have walked away, but Max is just not that kind of guy. Once he's involved in something, he will see it to the end, and he will whip major ass along the way. Now, fans of, movies like The Godfather, shit along them lines, add Max Payne to that. And that's what Max Payne 3 is. Max Payne 3 is such a well put together script, story. It is absolutely awesome, right? So the story alone, the single player alone, is worth paying $60 for this game. I'll get down to the online a little bit, but the story is excellent. On top of that, the story is long. This game will take you more than 12 hours to beat. Some people have talked about the game taking 15 hours to beat. Some people talked about the game took them even longer to beat. Alright, this game is quite lengthy. And it's great because, like, it's not something you just beat in a day. It took me 3 days to beat this game. Alright, I could have beaten it, earlier, but I was too busy playing Diablo 3. So, the story's great. And it fits. Like, it's not, Max Payne 1 and 2 is more about Max. Now, Max Payne 3 is about his involvement in this fucked up situation he's in. But it still feels like Max Payne, which is excellent. So great job on that, Rockstar. The controls I feel for this game are excellent. Excellent. Because they're, in a sense, weighted. And depending on what gun you have, the situation you're in, Max's movements feel great. Right? This game does not have an arcadey feel. This game has a more, weighted feel. Right? Nothing like Killzone or Battlefield, Bad Company 2, but it just has like this sense of weight, and it feels right because you're controlling Max, and the game's trying to make it feel like you're controlling a human being, and depending on what's going on, that the controls just feel great. So I think Rockstar did an excellent job, and what the fuck just happened to me right there? But Rockstar did an excellent job with the controls. Several control schemes to choose from. You can change L1 and R1 to be switched with L2 and R2. And, if you're familiar with Red Dead Redemption, the controls are actually very similar. But the controls are responsive, but have a nice little sense of weight to them to add to that cinematic feel to the game. Alright? The soundtrack. The entire game, Max is narrating everything. Every little thing he does. You pick up pills that regenerate health. He has something to say about that. He just takes on 20 people, survives, and walks away. He has something to say about that. Between missions, every little thing that happens, even reloading, he has something to say about that. On top of that, wonderful, wonderful soundtrack that fits with this game. The soundtrack changes as the game progresses. Depending on what location you're in, you treat the different styles of music. So, you know, like right here, when you're in South America, you get treated to, you know, that fucking Spanish rap. When you're in New Jersey, you get typical, you get that city, that city feel kind of music. Like the ambiance wherever you go feels right. The sound effects are wonderful. Every gun sounds top notch. Like every gun has that intimidating pulse, you know, that heart pumping to them. So soundtrack in general is great, especially Max's narrating. Like I said, Max narrates every little fucking thing that goes on. And that was awesome. I love that shit. So, the graphics. What you're looking at is the Euphoria engine in action. The Euphoria engine was designed to have like the best character movement around. When enemies die in this game, they straight up fucking die. Like, you shoot him in the head, he doesn't go flying 20 feet. No, he drops dead. Like, people, when they die in this game. It's awesome. Like, everything's believable. The way, when Max gets hit, when you shoot an enemy in the foot, they react. Like, they literally grab their foot. You shoot them in the groin, they grab the shit. When they fall, their bodies are lifeless. When they roll downstairs, their bodies are lifeless. Like, everything feels great. When enemies get hit by explosions, or shit like that, or the way Max dies, or his enemies die, everything looks believable. Like, it has such a cinematic feel to make the, no, you know, you don't even feel like you're playing a game sometimes. Like, on top of the story being well put together, the way the game plays out, the animation system, everything, it feels like you're watching a movie. Like, you're controlling a fucking gang mob movie. So, graphics are wonderful. Graphics, and especially though, you know, weather effects, the environments. There's, you know, some environments are destructible. The way the way the characters move. I think the graphics engine is great. You know, we're at that point now where multi-platform games are looking just as good as exclusives. Max Payne 3 looks wonderful. Look at this scene right here. This is, you know, I'm about to control Max, and look at all this in action. For those who are familiar with Max Payne 1 and 2, you know, you typically play the game in tight corridors and shit like that. Max Payne 3, you have big fucking environments. Big environments. You know, constantly evolving, changing environments. So the graphics is shit. Alright. You have a large selection of weapons, which I found to be awesome. It wasn't just, you know, pistol, shotgun, rifle. It's like, no, hell no. It's like several pistols, several shotguns, several rifles, snipers, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, all this other shit. Like, your arsenal is top notch. And what the changes from Max Payne 1 and 2 to 3 are quite simple. They just modernized it a bit. They added a cover system. They added cinematic sequences like this. They added a couple button mashing sequences. They added this concept, like a last chance kind of thing, where if you have a painkiller on you and you get killed while Max is falling to his death, you can try to kill the person who killed you with fucked up aim, and if you pull it off, Max would get, you know, in a sense, revive himself. It's awesome. These small little additions to the game, along with the new, you know, along with what already is Max Payne, with the different changing environments, the lengthy campaign, the awesome narration, makes for a wonderful experience. Max Payne 3 is the absolute shit. Alright? Rockstar did a great job as a single player. Like, they really put their heart and soul into this fucking game. Like, I played the game, I was sitting there the entire time, like, goddamn, like, Max Payne was never like this. Like, Max Payne 1 and 2 were great games. They had good stories. You got into them. Max Payne 3 is just like, whoa, what in the fuck? Like, damn, like, this game, you know, this franchise evolved. And it evolved far, it evolved well, and it still feels like Max Payne, and that is the absolute best part. So thank you, Rockstar, for making sure that, you know, we're playing this brand new experience, but it still feels like Max fucking Payne. So it's all about the online. Online, short and sweet, fucking sucks. I don't understand why Rockstar sucks at online. I didn't like Grand Theft Auto Online. I thought it was clumsy, sluggish, unresponsive, laggy piece of shit. Red Dead Redemption was cool for like 2 days. The online to this game is, so bad. Like, your typical, you know, team deathmatch, free-for-all, the gang war, a couple of hardcore playlists, but no one's even playing online. Like, it tells you how many people are in each playlist. There's not even 1,000 people even bothering playing online. People buy this game for the single player. Alright, they got the whole you can do slow motion online and shit, but it doesn't really work. It fucking sloppy. The online is really whack. I feel that Rockstar just added the online just to say that their game is fucking online. And I really believe that it wasn't, necessary. They shouldn't have bothered at all. But hey, it's there. Some people like it. More power to them. I think it's shit. I don't recommend playing the online at all. Like, even if you rent this game, don't even bother. Like, the online is that bad. Like, you got games. If you like a third-person shooter, if you want a game that's third-person shooter to play online. If you're on the Xbox, you got your Gears, and if you're on your PS3, you got the Uncharted, and you got the soon-to-be-released Ghost Recon and shit like that. This game online, it just feels wrong. It just feels weak. There's like nothing interesting about it at all. Yeah, there's some slight customization here and there, but it doesn't change the fact the online is just so sloppy and shitty. And if you disagree with me, tell me why in the comment section below. But a lot of people I talked to so far say the online is shit. Like, you look at Broken Games HD and look at the gameplay, I'm just like, I don't know why the hell you enjoying this shit. That game is ass. Like, I don't know what he sees in it, but it's straight ass. I don't know. We all have our taste, but I'm just gonna say stick to Gears of War and Uncharted 3. And the soon-to-release Ghost Recon, because the beta was fucking sick. So my final score for the game. This game is so well put together. Like, as you can clearly see, I did my best at choosing clips that really show off what Max Payne is all about. Strong narrative, strong soundtrack, lengthy campaign, awesome graphics, wonderful graphics engine, new type of game, but still feels just like Max Payne. Fucking phenomenal. Small new additions to modernize the game, but it still feels like Max Payne. I gave the game a fucking 9. Like, I wish the online didn't exist. I wish it just didn't exist. Like, this game didn't need it. It was unnecessary. The single player is excellent. You got single player. You got the different difficulties within the single player. You got a hardcore mode. You have arcade mode, and you have in a New York Minute mode, where it's basically time attack. You compare your scores with people from all over the world at your friends list. Then you get to do that Rockstar online, whatever the fuck club shit is, and has like a clan system and all this other nonsense, but the online's garbage. But still, it's there. The single player, the additions to the single player, the different modes of single player, the amount of unlockables of single player is well worth $60. Max Payne 3 is not just a simple game, it's a goddamn experience. Like, it is, to me, and I know I'm going to get hate for this. I'm going to get so much hate for this comment. To me, this is Rockstar's best game to date. So much heart, effort, and soul went into this fucking game. I feel it. Like, I can feel the amount of fucking, endless hours of work that was put into this game. This game feels wonderful. Like, I loved every second of playing this game. Like, people are gonna come at me, well, what about Grand Theft Auto? I was never the biggest fan of Grand Theft Auto. If you like Grand Theft Auto, more power to you. But Grand Theft Auto to me feels like they utilize the Grand Theft Auto name to sell it. Like, every Grand Theft Auto to me just feels lame. Like, San Andreas was pretty cool. Vice City was great. I didn't like Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto 3 was my, the all-time favorite for a lot of people. But, it is what it is. I feel that Rockstar actually tried with this game. They did a very good job. And this is the shit that Rockstar can pull off when they actually try to make a good fucking game. So, I feel that this is their best game. To me, I've played all the other games. I've played Bully and all the other shit. This is, to me, their best game. Like, so much effort went into this fucking game. 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching this video. Tell me what you guys think of this video and the gameplay in the video description below. The written review will be in the video description below. Like my video, favorite my video, subscribe, tell your friends about my YouTube channel, and spread the word, because if you like this kind of shit, and if you like the quality of this video and what I have to offer, more will be on the way. So catch you guys in the next video, and peace.